I am so stoked to finally have this sling bag. So why do I kind of hate it already? Let's get into it. Hi, welcome. If you're new here, my name's Schorle and I do tech reviews and tutorials and other vlogs occasionally. But today is a special day because this has been a long time coming, which I'll get into. And let's just get into this. Full disclosure, I have kind of already opened this. I just, YouTube magic, right, tape things up again for the sake of a video, Alright. Yeet. Okay. In the bag box, we have the sling bag in the Peace Pirate Life bag. Yeet. Unzip you. Open that. Yeet. I should stop all in the head. In here we have the sling bag. We got the zipper. You have your compartments. This is the one I added back into the video, so I'm going to take that out because I've already organized this to be how I want it so I can use it later today and hopefully tomorrow. You have your little organizational compartments. You got some slots there. You have a zipper here with a strap. Now, okay, I want to get into this a little bit because I had to genuinely look up what this strap is for. Because I could have sworn there was a strap that's supposed to be able to attach to the bag so that way it's not just loosely floating on your body. So that way you can create a strap that goes from here to around your torso that connects to the bag, mayhaps. But in some other videos they're saying that this is for your tripod holder on the bottom. I kind of call bullcrap on that because there's only one of these. And there are two. So I was like, are there supposed to be straps included? Were there straps with the Kickstarter? That being said, there was a glitch that happened with the add-ons, and I'll get to that later. So yeah, this is the only strap that came with. I'm hoping I ordered extra straps. If not, I'll fix that. And we'll gladly be able to attach a tripod to the bottom of this thing. I'd show you which tripod, but I just remembered I'm using it right now. The bag. It's got some really nice build quality. You have your little strap here to make it easier for attaching. So you can put things in and just temporarily close it. So you don't have to worry about zipping it up one-handed. And you have this strap here for just being able to carry it. This is adjustable. Now, I wish I had a camera to use for showing how much this can fit, but I love this bag over, hold on, my previous small camera bag, is here I can fit a whole camera body with a lens attached, plus an extra lens, and then some, versus this bag where I could really only I could make some things work, but I had to take apart the camera body because my R5 has a big body, and then put the lens over here on the left, which left no room for anything else. So this felt very counterintuitive for what my equipment was becoming, and it just became a nuisance for trying to go out on a hike and get photos out wherever I need to go, because then I could barely fit everything else that I want to fit. I'd have to carry my camera in my hand, and I'm like, I don't want to have to lug this. If I have to climb up somewhere, I don't want to be restrained by having to hold a camera in my hand or figure out how it's going to stay on me. So this is a much needed upgrade to my gear. So I will gladly be selling this on eBay. The only minor downside to this, and it's obvious and it doesn't really matter to me, is that I can't fit my entire camera kit in here. Because, I mean, I can fit the body with the lens, but not with the microphone. Totally fine. But you're not going to be able to fit that much in here. Speaking of fitting, I did find that this fits fairly well in the version 1 backpack in that top portion. Now I know the way I have it configured makes it a little bit tight, but if you had it configured ever so slightly differently by just some minor adjustments, this would fit fine. Now when I was testing it, I did test it with just this empty, so take that into consideration. But overall, this is a pretty sturdy bag. Like, you can pull out your camera, switch lenses, do some other things, and if you need to just set it right in this spot, it's not going anywhere. Like, you can trust it to not just go wee. Now you may be asking yourself, hey Josh, didn't you say you kind of hate this bag? Let me explain. Alright, so don't entirely ask why I'm up here. I'm mostly location scouting for some future shots, not for this video, but like months down the road. But anyway, cons of this bag. So there's some pieces that weren't included with this bag. Now there was a strap that came with it, but that's supposed to be a like cross body strap, so that way it's more latched on, but I'm not going to use that because like I like to be able to go whoosh and unzip and all that. So the strap that I thought was going to come with this bag did not, because as you can see, there's like, I don't know how well lit I am, there's a whole drop down to this way and there's a wall next to my camera, so we're fine. Point is, ladder system. And I swear there were supposed to be straps that would let me connect like somehow like 2 loops like here and here, and I could slide my tripod here. So if I'm carrying this on my bag or my back, whatever, then the tripod is there and I don't have to have it like in my hand or separately or somehow squeeze it into this bag alongside the camera. Because if you see from all the top-down shots that you saw prior, there's not a whole lot of extra room. Like, I was able to fit this camera and another lens in here with the microphone detached, and that felt like I was squeezing. So I wouldn't be able to fit microphone and a tripod in here. So that's one thing. Like, it just, the fact that we're like missing parts. Like, I could grab the straps from the V1 bag, but that kind of defeats the purpose. Or heaven forbid, if this were my first Peter Mckinnon X Nomatic bag, I wouldn't have access to those. So I would like to have those straps available to me. So like, this is the one and only strap that's in this bag, and this is meant to be crossbody, not for attaching to the bottom and carrying a tripod that way. It's just no. Now, for what it's worth, I am willing to take this negative back if and only if there is something I missed from the entire Kickstarter campaign via online or in someone's video saying something about parts that were included. But when I was writing my notes for this, I was unable to access the add-ons for this product, and no straps included and not mentioned, I don't think. My memory's crap, and I'm filming this like weeks later after I intended to. So again, totally willing to take this back if and only if I missed something, but I really don't think I did. So is that my only negative? Oh, heck no. Also, the other part is the Kickstarter campaign. Why am I inside a building? I'm actually back at my church. I left my Pete's Pirate Life pen here. Yeah, I was very sad when I realized yeah, anyway, there's a picture of it on my Instagram. I realized it wasn't in my pocket when I got home, so I'm here, but we're gonna talk about the Kickstarter bit. I just figured I wanted to show the AV booth. Yeah, that's it, okay. All right, so the Kickstarter campaign. If you're buying this product way after it was released, then this issue really isn't going to apply to you. So feel free to listen if you want, but do know that this did happen. This product was promised a long time ago. Now there's a lot of factors that delayed that, be it COVID, shipping delays, and just supplies. And don't get me wrong, I want everyone to be safe and everything is totally understood and totally legitimate. However, at one point they were like, we will always communicate with you, and Nomatic kind of did, but not really. At one point they were like, we're only going to release updates when things actually change. And then due dates came and went when they said things would happen. Nothing happened, no communication. So the long and the short of it is, I'm glad Nomatic was doing a good job of keeping people safe, but control the things you can control and stick to your word. Like, you can't control COVID. You can't control shipping. You can't control supply chains. But you can control you. Not that hard. Like, if you say you're gonna give us weekly updates, give us weekly updates. That's what we want. So that's that little rant. So you can't see it, but there's like a pelican, swan, whatever right there. Focus, please. Thank you. Alright, but anyway, in my opinion of this bag, there was a assumed everything was going to come at the same time. About that, there was a glitch in the system that caused not everything to show up at once or to be shipped out at once, which is also confusing because there are people who ordered a tech organizer like I did, and that arrived with their big box. So why was mine separate? Like, it's probably part of the glitch that happened, but like, it's not, it's very confusing. Again, it was something out of their control, but like, still. It's things like this that I'm not even sure I can really deduct points, if you will, for all the negatives about this bag, because like, I don't know if there was a way to catch this kind of thing earlier, and if so, why didn't it? Because I don't know too much about this process, it's kind of why I can't really deduct a point here. Future Josh here. I'm realizing there's a part I missed, and this was kind of goes hand in hand with shipping and when things got delivered, because the packages were delivered in 2 separate shipping containers. The first group was the US group, and the non-US people were in the second shipping container. Now, there were some people who, like, they changed their address that it needed to ship to because of their lifestyle. Like, I talked to someone on Instagram, and for what it's worth, I'm gonna include the chat we had because he said it was fine. If I find anyone else, I'll include them. But he was just getting so irritated because he was getting no responses from Nomatic about where things were, what container it might be in. No updates were given, while other people were getting updates. So it was just a whole hassle, and some things were out of their control, but like, some of it I feel like they definitely could have. So take that for what it's worth. Don't know where this clip is gonna go, so back to past me. So where do I stand on this bag? Well, it fits a lot of the needs I was lacking from my previous small bag. And this bag is built in a way that makes sense to me. Like, compartments galore, like, it makes so much sense. And it makes so much more sense in comparison to some other sling bags I was looking at. Because there just wasn't that one sling bag that made total sense, or like the organization of it all, or the design of it just did not make sense. Like how you reach in and grab your camera, that did not make sense to me. But again, that's all me, not the company. It's just my preferences. But anyway, to clear things up, I still think Nomatic is a wonderful company, and I'm not just saying that because I've been bashing them this time and would love to do a sponsored video for them. Like, I genuinely think they make quality product. Like, I've seen their products get bashed and beaten up in review videos and videos where their gear is mentioned by other users. Like, they get scraped up, dropped, beaten up galore, and everything is still intact and everything still works just as well as it did when they first got it. And on top of that, I had 0 issues with the first Kickstarter for the V1 bag. Now I didn't get the smaller bag, but I got the big bag, and I had zero problems with that Kickstarter. And again, COVID wasn't a thing, shipping issues weren't really a thing, zero issues, and everything was fine. So all in all, this is a totally great bag that I would have bought even if it didn't have Peter's name on it, and would totally recommend to people who are looking for a small camera bag, because it just makes so much more sense over anything I've used previously or looked at. Again, this is just my opinion. There are other bags out there. Low-key curious about the PGY Tech small bag, but that's an aside. Haven't used that, but would kind of be curious. But for now, this works for me, and this makes total sense for me. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, you can give it a big thumbs up, and you can hit the subscribe button and see my previous video in the end card, and I'll see you guys next time. Alright, bye. Remind me to never film on the Riverwalk on Sundays in the afternoon, because everyone walks along with their dogs, and then it's like, what you doing? And we're like, just filming a YouTube video. It's fine. It's totally fine. Nothing. Just don't worry about it.